for the role of Court in The Sound of Music in 1980. Okay, so he beat me up for the role of the role of Court in The Sound of Music, and it was my the guy who got all of the lead roles in all the shows that I was in all the way through high school. And I met John at the same time that Jason did on the national tour of the Scarlet Pimpernel back in 2002. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. And we all became very close. He was a brother I never had. And at the time, I remember sitting down with Michael in the fall of 2007 and saying, Michael, okay, if you're going to take a job at the festival, as our associate producer, you got to be making a long-term commitment. This is a big deal. You really need to make a commitment to the company. And then I asked him to direct Sister Superstar. And at the end of the summer, he comes to me and he's like, so I'm going to New York now. Sorry. I was like, John. I look at the two of you and I see two totally different parts of my life. I see my childhood, and I see my life in Princeton, and I see my life in New York. And this wedding is the two of those things coming together in a way that I never could imagine. And yes, this is the first Festival 56 wedding. And Michael, after months and months of us being like, Michael, you have to meet this guy, John. It's great, it's great. He's been coming out this summer, you gotta meet him. I was going all down, like, John, you gotta come out here with this guy. You gotta meet him, Mike. You gotta meet him, he's a great guy. You gotta meet him. So finally, Michael and John meet at the beginning of the season. And John comes to me. And this.
All right, well, I'm not very good at imitations, but this is kind of what Michael said to me. I can't stop talking about him and talking about him and talking about him. I can't stop talking about him, the man that I adore. Oh no, I can't stop talking about him and talking about him. That they met in, and where Michael gets stories about, them getting together and being a little trepidatious at first, and I was sort of the person that he talked to that summer. And he came to me and he said, I'm gonna be serious, I feel all goofy now, but, he said, I've been in relationships before and things haven't worked out, and I really like this guy, but we're really good friends too, and I don't want to mess that up, and I don't know what to do, and it's such a short contract, how could things possibly work? And I said to him, Michael, it's very rare in life that you meet someone who you really like, who you also feel a spark with, and who you're also attracted to, and who also feels that back with you. Because that's the rare thing. There's so many times that we like people, right? That we like people and have crushes on people and feel that spark, and they're like, I don't feel about you. But they quite obviously had a connection. So I said to him, you don't feel that often, so you should grasp onto What I could say, what sage advice from my 8 long years of marriage?